Almost every business has skeletons in the closet, but there are some that take things to a whole new level. From Facebook and the Cambridge Analytica scandal to Burger King, selling meat-based products to vegans, it would seem that the road to success is paved with bad intentions. However, while the Facebook and Burger King situations are bad in their own right, they pale in comparison to the negative impact another company is having on today's youth. From simple videos of scantily dressed girls dancing to innocent lip-syncing videos and funny skits. I am, of course, referring to TikTok, the app that has taken the world by storm. But beneath the guise of these seemingly innocent videos lies a deep and sinister reality, one that is set to tear at the very fabric of Western modern society. In fact, some argue that this is the beginning of the end for Western life as we know it. Therefore, while almost every business has skeletons in its closet, by the end of this video, you will come to realize that TikTok's past is more like a graveyard. It feels like it was just yesterday when I had my first experience with TikTok back in 2017. I was up late gaming with some friends when I received a video of a girl lip-syncing to the words, "I'm already Tracer." For some reason, I couldn't stop watching it on repeat. It could have been the girl's looks, the catchy song, or maybe both, but I was completely captivated by this 15-second video. Little did I know, it was this perfect blend of visual and auditory stimulation that would not only wreak havoc on my own life, but also on the lives of millions, and perhaps even billions around the world in just a few short years. It was the perfect app. However, much like the Ark of the Covenant in Indiana Jones, what appears the prettiest is often the worst for our personal health. What would you give up for complete and utter happiness? Would you give up your money, free will, or perhaps even your privacy? Well, what if I told you that by downloading this sinister app, you haven't just given up one of these things, but in fact all three at once? It goes without saying that China is a country that values constant surveillance and data. For those unaware, the country's social infrastructure relies solely on the app WeChat, which has been dubbed the operating system of China. WeChat is quite literally the be-all and end-all of mobile applications, because while it may appear to be a Chinese version of WhatsApp, it doesn't stop there. No, it also functions as a replacement for various other applications, such as Facebook, Uber, Amazon, PayPal, Netflix, Google, Tinder, Deliveroo, and much, much more. This application, combined with the abundance of cameras that constantly surveil its population through advanced facial recognition, provides China with a wealth of information and data on what their population is doing at every second of every day. But what's even worse is that the Chinese Communist Party has openly admitted to the surveillance of private records within the app, and they claim to have the capability to read deleted messages. It's like Big Brother from 1984 manifested in the real world. However, there was just one problem. While China knew what was going on with their own population, they had little idea about what was happening in superpower countries such as Russia, France, England, and of course, the mighty United States of America. And that had to change fast. Now, for China to gain a grip on the West in the same way it did with its own population, it would need to delve deep into the realm of psychological social manipulation. It would need to open Pandora's box and overcome the bad in order to find the missing piece, and that's exactly what they did. The birth of TikTok is hard to pinpoint, but the easiest place to start is with the creation and implementation of a similarly designed app called Douyin. Douyin was introduced to the Chinese mainland by the company ByteDance in September of 2016, and it quickly saw incredible success. Within the first year alone, 1 in 10 people in China had downloaded the app and showed no signs of slowing down. And so, with the app to rule them all at their disposal, ByteDance took the most rational next step. It unleashed its weapon on the rest of the world, and the world was far from ready. Right from the onset, ByteDance was extremely aggressive with their marketing campaign. They spent millions upon millions of dollars marketing their newly rebranded app TikTok to the Western world, exploiting the fame of celebrities and athletes. Furthermore, TikTok would watermark their logo onto every single video, which meant that regardless of where an influencer's content was re-uploaded, it would always lead back to TikTok. Think of it like this. While TikTok had its own platform, it was essentially running its own little platform within other applications. People who weren't even using TikTok would know about TikTok and relevant memes purely because they were seeing everything in real time on their Instagram feeds. But it doesn't end there, because ByteDance also went on a rampage, purchasing and buying out any perceived competition, which culminated in the acquisition of Musical.ly in 2018 for $1 billion. And so, through an extremely aggressive marketing campaign and outright buying the competition, within just a few short years, almost everyone from the younger generation had TikTok and was spending an insane amount of time on it every single day. From 2018 to 2023 alone, the platform grew from 100 million users to a whopping 850 million users. However, it's worth noting that the majority of these users are from Generation Z and Y, with 25% of its user base being between the ages of 10 and 19, and 2.24% of its user base being between the ages of 20 and 29. Needless to say, TikTok was securing its goal of world domination by focusing on the youth, one sexually provocative dance at a time. At face value, the most obvious problem TikTok poses to the Western world is the issue of privacy. In fact, TikTok is better compared to Chinese spyware than competitive digital content platforms such as YouTube and Instagram. And there is plenty of evidence to prove this point. From gathering data on everything you like and want to watch, and even recording search history within the TikTok browser, one needs to look no further than the terms and conditions when signing up for the app to see how much information the application collects from your activity. However, there is a much more sinister problem lying just beneath the surface that is set to collapse the very foundations of Western society, while simultaneously growing and influencing the Chinese demographic. This problem can be broken down into two categories: the over-sexualization of women, the destruction of attention spans, and the complete degradation of Western role models. For anyone who has spent time on TikTok, they will know that within seconds, they are likely to be shown a constant feed of women wearing little clothing, dancing to catchy videos. And while this might not seem like a big problem to most, the impact couldn't be more devastating. You see, the male demographic is suffering, with 1 in 3 males under the age of 30 reportedly experiencing sexual inactivity. Now, this isn't solely due to TikTok, far from it, but it's reasonable to suggest that TikTok is exacerbating the issue. Men all around the world are facing challenges when it comes to attracting women, and by spending hours upon hours on TikTok, where the highly advanced algorithm constantly presents them with slot machine-style videos of attractive women dancing exclusively for them, it doesn't take a genius to see why this is a problem. They are developing unrealistic ideas of women and are only worsening their situation by not interacting with girls in the real world. However, the problems of TikTok are not exclusive to men. As it turns out, both genders are falling prey to one of the biggest issues with TikTok, the destruction of our attention span. Between the years 2000 and 2015 alone, the average attention span decreased from 15 seconds to a staggering 8.25 seconds. And guess what? Due to short-form video content, which has largely been promoted by TikTok, the average attention span is now cited as low as 4.25 seconds. That's right, the goldfish now has us beat. But while the exploitation of data and privacy, the over-sexualization of women, the collapse of the Western male, and the complete destruction of our attention spans are bad, the worst offense of all is TikTok's cultural manipulation. The real problem of TikTok, the crème de la crème, is by far the cultural power it wields through its manipulation of content. On the one hand, China has capitalized on the West's lust for fame and material success, and as a result, easy success and fame are granted to those who conduct themselves in a less than desirable manner. From girls dancing in revealing clothing to men acting foolishly with their friends, the path to fame is now filled with the selling of one's soul. Show some skin, get more likes. Do something stupid, get more followers. But on the other hand, those who are finding success on the platform in China are those who dedicate themselves to worthwhile pursuits such as engineering, medicine, or computer science. This creates an endless positive feedback loop of role models that actually improve the lives of the younger demographic. Put simply, while Chinese children aspire to become doctors, lawyers, and engineers, Western children grow up wanting to be Belle Delphine and Logan Paul. So, a question still remains. What are the dangers of TikTok? While some may argue that it holds no more power than Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, there are many reasons to suggest that TikTok is just the first domino, leading to the inevitable collapse of the West. Despite the West's high quality of living, suicide, obesity, bullying, and shootings are on the rise. Our youth are barely surviving, while Chinese youth are thriving. Is it perhaps too late for the West as we know it? Only time will tell.